What's going on, everybody? I'm Greg Peters with the Car Passion Channel, and today I'm doing a head-to-head battle against 3 different motor mounts to help you choose which is best for your Miata build. Now, in any Miata that's being built for aggressive driving or track use, upgraded motor mounts provide benefits even at the stock power level. But when you're talking about doubling, tripling, or in my car's case, quadrupling the stock power, upgraded motor mounts, in my opinion, become essential. You see, stock motor mounts are just this brick of soft rubber that attaches the engine to the subframe, and not only does it allow the engine and transmission to move around a lot, making it really hard to grab that infamous 2-3 shift, where the shifter just kind of goes into a black hole between 3rd and 5th and the car doesn't go anywhere. But the stock mounts also like to rip in half, completely detaching the engine from the chassis, and that is not a good scenario. So if engine movement is a problem, why don't you just bolt the engine directly to the car? Do you like your teeth? Because they're going to be rattled out of your head if you do that. So the goal is to find a mount that holds the engine in place well enough for what you're using the car for, while isolating enough noise from the cabin so that you can take your girlfriend on a date to tacos and have a nice conversation on the way. From the beginning of the Miata build, even back in the 1.6 days, I've used AWR 70 durometer motor mounts. The durometer number indicates the stiffness of the polyurethane used in the bushing. Higher number equals stiffer. As you can see, the design of these is quite a bit more stout than the stock mounts. You'd have quite a difficult time breaking something like this. And I've never had any problems with the AWRs. In fact, I recommend them to people all the time because I think they are a great product. But just because something is good doesn't mean it can't be improved upon, which is where Innovative Mounts comes into the picture. Innovative contacted me wondering if I wanted to test out a set of their motor mounts, claiming that their mounts hold the engine in place as well as other options on the market with a reduction in noise, vibration, and harshness. Naturally, I was interested. So I had them send me a set of their mounts with a 75 durometer set of bushings, which are a little bit stiffer than the AWRs, and a set of 60 durometer bushings, which are softer than the AWRs. So I'll be testing all 3 head to head and seeing which ones I like best. If by the end of this video you want to pick up a set of Innovative mounts for your Miata, you can go to their website and use the coupon code CARPASSION and save yourself some coin. And before I get these mounts installed, let's unbox them and take a look. So as you can see, these are just super high quality mounts. They're really nice wrinkle black finish, which is a perfect match for my engine bay. Not that you'll really be able to see much of them, but you can just see that the fit and finish is really nice on these. One option that the Innovative mounts have that the AWRs don't is you can actually set the height of your engine. Lowering any weight that's inside the car helps lower the overall center of gravity, which is beneficial for handling. When I originally heard about the adjustable height on these mounts, I was worried it was just going to be a slotted design that would possibly let the engine slip. But as you can see, you just have 3 distinct mounting points. So once the bolt's through, it's locked in. This should be pretty cool. The black ones are the 75 Duro and the red are the 60 Duro. I'm gonna try the 75s first. I think it'll give me a really good direct comparison. Plus I wanna see how these things come apart and what the insides look like. You're not gonna have to do this yourself. You'll just order them in the stiffness that you want. Just pop right out. Inside of the mount stops them where they're supposed to stop. And I'm gonna swap these black ones in and be good to go. These are the softer bushings. I can just like deform them with my hands by twisting. With the stiffer ones, the same amount of force, I can't get them to twist near as much. These are definitely going to be more savage mounts, but I'm interested to see how all 3 of them compare. I've devised a test that I'll perform on my current motor mounts and both versions of the Innovate mounts to see what kind of differences I can find. So I've got the engine bay cam, which will show what the engine's doing when I'm on and off the throttle. And then I've got the water vibration test, which is gonna show the vibration from the engine, how much it's getting to the chassis. I'm not gonna go into super detail on how to change the motor mounts because I already have a video on that, which I'll link in the description. But in a nutshell, you need a way to support the engine, like with one of these engine slings or from underneath with a floor jack. And then once you get under the car, you'll see that the motor mounts are accessible from just behind the front subframe. You got your mounting bolt that hooks up to the subframe. You have all your bolts that hook it up to the block itself. Some of those you may need to access from the wheel well, but it's 4 bolts on the block or 3 if it's an early Miata, and then you can pull the whole mount out. And really, as long as you support the engine properly and you have just simple ratchets and wrenches, it's probably like a 2 out of 5 difficulty job. It can be a little bit tricky lining everything up when you put the new mounts in, but just takes time and patience and maybe a friend to help. It's really not that hard of a job. I think the biggest difference is going to be in the bushing size. The Innovative has got quite a large bushing in it, where the AWR is much smaller, but that might contribute to being able to absorb a little more vibration. Now the question is going to be, does it hold the engine in place as well? So we are going to find that out shortly. One critique I have for Innovative is to include a set of instructions, or a diagram at least, of how the mounts are put together, because they are 2 pieces. Now I took the mounts apart to change the bushings, and it is my fault for not checking how they were assembled in the beginning, and I put this bracket, one of them, on backwards, and I just spent 3 hours trying to get the motor mount in place. Now this plate sits at an angle like this inside the subframe, and you can see you've got 3 different adjustment points for the height of your engine. I had the bracket installed like this, and you can see you've got 3 different adjustment points to move your engine left to right. Well, when I finally got the mount installed, the engine was like 1 inch off to one side. Hey, look at that, the motor mounts are in. Guess how long it took? About 5 minutes, because I put the brackets on correctly this time. I ain't here to sugarcoat it, okay? I made a mistake. Cars are so weird, man. I freaking hate this car sometimes, but sometimes I love it. Things don't always go as you plan. Sometimes things take 5 or 500 times longer than you think they're going to, so that's just working on cars. Okay, first startup. They're pretty savage still, I'm not gonna lie.
1 week later.
So here's my prognosis so far. I've been now driving with the Innovative mounts in my car for about a week, and I would say the noise and vibration is indistinguishable between the Innovative mounts and the AWR mounts. Now, something I did find interesting is comparing the videos in the engine bay between the Innovative and the AWR mounts. The Innovative seem to hold the engine in place better, which does make sense because it's a little bit stiffer bushing. But what's cool about that is I did not notice any increase in noise or vibration. I'll let you guys decide for yourselves which mount looks like it holds the engine better. Check out the side-by-side footage. This actually makes me pretty excited to test out the softer bushings in these mounts, because I think it's still going to hold the engine in place very well with a good reduction in vibration, which is exactly what I'm looking for. On the website, the softer mounts are only rated for 250 horsepower, but with an upgraded mount design, you have a bushing with a pin through the middle. You know, even if that rubber is softer, it'll let the engine move a little bit more, but it's not going to be prone to that catastrophic failure like an OEM mount or even a Mazda Speed mount. So I think this is going to work out really well, but I'm going to get to work on swapping those bushings and let you guys know what I find. You can definitely move it a little bit more by hand, but the real test is going to be getting that engine bay cam back in there and seeing how Innovative's 250 horsepower mounts hold up to over 400 horsepower. All right, first startup on the softies. E85 life. Immediate difference, which was expected, but still, I don't want to get overexcited because I haven't driven it yet, but this is really nice. And you know what else is going to be good for? Mounting the camera inside the car. Ever since I first put upgraded motor mounts on my car, anytime I mounted the camera inside the car, it would just be like, hey guys, I hope you can hear me. So I think this is going to be a lot nicer. Here's my feedback about the Innovative mounts with the softer bushings. They are a little bit more aggressive than I initially thought on that first startup. There's a pretty good amount of noise and vibration, but it is less than with the stiffer bushings and less than the AWRs that I had in the car before. But the impressive part is how well the softer bushings are still able to hold the engine in place. Check out the footage between the 2 different Innovative mounts side by side. decided I'm gonna leave those innovative mounts in the Miata now with the softer bushings. They hold the engine in place plenty well enough for how much power it has. So in my honest opinion, of all the mounts I've had in the Miata, the innovative 60s are the best mount you can go with. You get something that's a little less harsh than the AWRs, but holds the engine in place plenty well. I mean, this is a street car. If it's a track only car, maybe you'd go with something stiffer, but I really don't see the need to on a street car. So again, innovative. These guys hooked me up with these mounts to try. I am really a fan. If you guys want to get yourself a set of these, it's coupon code CARPASSION at their website, which I will link in the description. And they do mounts for a lot of different cars. So if you don't even have a Miata and you're watching this video, you might want to check out their website and see if they have something to offer for you. As always, I had a blast making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new, and I will see you in the next one again. No! How do you mess up your own intro? I've done like 200 videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, what alien language was that? Car passion stuff. What am I even talking about, dude? One little mistake. Is this string? Is it shaking? Oh no, that's not good. I can't have a shaky camera.